Alrighty. Well, as you can see, Rocky and I are having a moment of cuddling here. Hi, Rocky. Yes, hey. It's nice and warm in here right now. It is. Hey, what a good boy. And that's it. Hey, you know, you're my favorite person who's a cat. You are. I love you very much, Rocky. I appreciate you. I do. See, that's you. You're very handsome, you know. Everybody sees you on YouTube and they comment about how handsome and how cute you are. And they're absolutely right. He's very handsome and cute. He balances out the ugly, you see, on the other side of the screen anyway. He's the yin to my yang or whatever, you know. He's the handsome to my homely. Oh my goodness. Apparently I have a parcel at the post office to pick up or something. I don't know if it's a parcel or what it is. They used to tell you on these notices what it is, but they don't anymore. So I don't know. Anyway, but it's at the we have postal outlets in drugstores here, and apparently it's downtown at the drugstore where I have to pick it up anyway. At the postal outlet there. So I'm hoping it isn't a registered letter telling me that I'm being sued or something. It's probably my hat that I ordered, my new hat to replace this hat. That's probably what it is. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. This hat will probably be demoted to my work hat. It's the hat I'll wear when I go on jobs. And I'll keep the other hat for good. Yeah, the other hat's a sharp-looking hat. If it looks at all like it does in the pictures, it's a very sharp-looking hat. But it's coming all the way from Australia. So you can imagine now they had to put it in a kangaroo's pouch. And the kangaroo had to hop across Australia. And then the kangaroo had to get onto a raft and float across the ocean. And he landed in Mexico. And then after that, the kangaroo had to hop from Mexico up across the border. And of course, that's not easy now because President Trump has closed the border pretty much. So he had to go across the border into the United States. And he had to hop all the way through the United States with my hat on him. And he had to go all the way up through the United States and across the border into Canada. And he had to come to the drugstore in Smiths Falls and leave my hat there. And now I got to go pick it up. Now the kangaroo from Australia, he's on his way back now to Australia. He's hopping across over to Newfoundland. And he's going to get on a tramp steamer in Newfoundland. And he's going to float on that down to Mexico, where he'll get back on his raft and he'll float back across to Australia. Yeah, it's a big performance, you know, what they have to go through. So anyway, I'm hoping that it's my hat and not some registered letter from a lawyer telling me that I'm going to get the ass sued off me because I upset some woman by grocery shopping at the same time as her. So now I got to pay for all her trauma counseling or whatever, you know. I'm hoping it isn't something like that anyway. I guess we'll see soon enough. I should know tomorrow. There's a bad storm out there right now. There's Rocky. He's in his bed again. The bed's nice and warm. The heating pad doesn't work great, but it works a little bit. It works enough that it keeps him comfortable. Yeah. Oh, good. My fire is still on. That's good. That's excellent. That makes me very happy. Yeah, anyway. It was funny. I just met the relation that doesn't really want me here coming out of the house when I went up to the truck. That was a little awkward, but he was nice. He was nice anyway. He actually said hello, and he brought my notice out for me for thing to pick up. Might be an eviction notice from him, though, mind you. Not that it's necessary. I'm planning to leave here, but you never know. Maybe that's what it is, a registered letter saying you have to vacate the premises. That might have been why he was as friendly as he was. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad he was friendly. I don't want to fight with him or anybody, really. And the thing is, it's not really there's really no reason to fight. I'm not trying to take the property away like he has thought that I was trying to do. And even if I was trying to do that, which I wouldn't because I'm not an asshole, most of the time at least I'm not, I couldn't anyway because those laws don't exist here anymore. But there's no provision for a person to do that now. 50 years ago it could be done. They did away with that in the mid-1980s, though, squatters' rights. 50 years ago it would be a possibility, though, for sure. But that'd be going back to when he was a baby. You know, he was a baby and I was in grade school 50 years ago. But anyway, bottom line is I'm glad that the meeting was amicable. I've been dreading running into him because I didn't want a big confrontation. And so I'm glad the meeting was amicable anyway. And hopefully we can continue to be amicable with each other. I don't want to fight with the guy. There's no reason why we should be fighting. And it never ends well. You know, somebody always ends up on the short end of things. And really, when guys get fighting like that, they both end up in the short end of things because even if you win, you lose. Somehow, you know, it never goes well. I've lost far more fights than I've ever won. But I can honestly say, even the fights I've won, I've lost in a way. Because there's always been some consequences attached to winning. You know, you don't get it all for nothing. That's the thing. And so I go out of my way to avoid that if I can. So I kind of tensed up when he started coming out of the house. I thought, oh shit, here we go. You know, and I just looked down. I did, and kept moving. But he spoke to me anyway, so I spoke to him too. And he told me, he said, I have a paper for you. Of course, I thought he was going to go in the house and come out with something from a lawyer or whatever. But like I say, there's no reason to do that. I do intend to leave here. I understand that as far as he's concerned, at least I've worn out my welcome. He didn't want me here in the first place. So I wore out my welcome the first day I was here as far as he was concerned. And I've been here now for 4 years, you know. So it is what it is anyway. I want to be amicable with people. I want to be peaceful with people. And to me, any kind of violence or anything is just a last resort. And I only resort to that if somebody brings it to me. But if it's brought to me, I'll respond however I need to, not to be a victim. But no matter how dirty I have to be. But that's not what I want, you know. I don't want any part of that. I just want to live my life and to do it as peacefully as is humanly possible, you know. And it seems that that's not always possible, unfortunately, but if it is at all possible, that's what I want to do. So I'm relieved anyway that that meeting, that brief meeting between myself and him was amicable, that's all. You know, I don't figure we're going to be friends. I don't see how we can be, but we don't have to be enemies either, you know. There's no reason for that. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's happening here at Camp Crazy. It's kind of a good thing. Like I say, I don't know what this thing is that I got to pick up at the post office. I'm hoping it isn't bad news. But I have a feeling it's probably my hat. But we'll see. I did track the hat, and it said that the hat is in Canada. But that's as far as it went. So that's probably what it is anyway. All right, the kangaroo made his way up the Smiths Falls and left my hat at the drugstore, probably. And then hopped away and went back to Australia. Okay, we'll talk later.